Good evening, wonderful human beings of the internet world. How are you? How are you, fine, fine folk of YouTubes? Welcome back to the channel on what has been a lovely Wednesday down here on the south coast of the UK. If you haven't already, as always, I'm going to say it every time, please make sure you hit those magical YouTube buttons for us. Like, subscribe, bell notification. Bang. We've got some interesting and exciting news coming in the world of Warhammer 40k. For all of you budding Votann fans, they are finally going to get some rules and some releases in the edition that is 10th edition Warhammer 40k. There's been a couple of articles out so far that we can go through this evening. But before we get into it, how are you wonderful human beings all doing? We're going to do a thing tonight that I suggested last night, but I haven't worked out what the prize is going to be. You're passively aggressively what? Your microphone's not on because I thought you'd make a racket. No, let's be fair. You're late because you've been knitting until literally 3 minutes ago. Don't blame this on me.
I'm just going to passively aggressively get myself stream ready. On my day off.
Well, I mean, it would be
having to make my own tea.
You are right.
When you were literally there making your tea.
You are right. It would be helpful if we streamed at the same time every Wednesday, so you knew when to be ready for. That would be helpful, wouldn't it?
That's fine.
Anyway, we might do a prize tonight. I have written down a number on my notepad, and if we were to get past that membership number, we will give away some level of prize. I am yet to decide what that prize is. I'll think about it if we get to it, which I don't think we will. I've written a number down.
Why haven't you decided what the prize is? Because
I didn't know I was going to do it until literally just before I went live, and I thought, fuck it, I'm going to write a number down and see what happens. So
even
what I
though
said
you
yesterday,
suggested it yesterday.
What I said yesterday was I would write down a number of members, any number, and if we get past that number, we will do some form of giveaway, right? So it could be 50, could be 120, it could be 312, it could be 17. Who knows? I've written down a number. If we get past that number, we'll do some form of prize, okay? I'll figure it out. I don't know what it'll be, but we'll do some sort of prize. I know what you did last roll. Thank you for the one gifted, kicking us off. And Monica 1 super chatted before we even went live, which means that Brian won't pick it up, unfortunately, because it was before we went live. But thank you for the 20 bucks anyway, you absolute legend. Says, money for the Votann fund. Please tell me Joe has already started painting. I might tell you that if I was allowed to. I'm not allowed to. I can't. There you go. I will tell you this, that when we found out that the Votann release was going to be happening, because of things like the new miniatures that were shown off at the last reveal show, I had said originally that I will helm the Votann simply because Joe and Tom had both said that they're not that interested. And I will also tell you that last week, Joe had a change of heart. I don't know why, and now he suggested that he might actually run Votann. Shocking. Shocking. Shooketh. And talking about shocking and shooketh, Roland Bain, thank you so much for flopping your dick out at the start of the show and gifting 50 of the finest memberships. I hope for you, Roland, that the next time you go to fuel your vehicle, the pump is broken, which sounds bad, but what happens is it delivers maximum fuel, but the little counter thing that tells you how much it costs doesn't really go up. And in the end, you paid like 12p. In America, 12 cents. But you got a full tank of fuel. It was a good hope, isn't it?
If I dismiss a pinned message, does it just dismiss it for me?
Yes.
Okay.
I think. I'll soon find out if it goes away. So there you go. Joe's such a meta chaser. I'm just saying, suddenly last week, he was like, oh no, I don't mind playing them. I don't know what changed, chat. I don't know what changed. We have got an article to go through, however, which is about the leagues of Votann. So let's pull it up now and read it off to you wonderful human beings. Here it is.
Who's the super chatter?
The super chatter is Monica 1, MONOKIR space 1, ONE. MONOKIR.
Yeah.
Space, and then the word 1 as in the number.
Okay. Because
Right.
it's not showing the whole name for me.
No, well, there you go. They have a red and blue little Viking compass, so, you know, they're clear. Silence Force, like if you're the 5 gifted, you're a legend. They're clearly a fan. Maximise your yields with the new Leagues of Votann army rule, okay? Votann had problematic blah, blah, blah. Narrative bollocks. This prioritised efficiency is at the heart of the new army ability in the upcoming Codex Leagues of Votann, right? So trying to make it narrative. They've previously had grudge tokens and stuff like that. Let's see. Previously, the kin were more than a little obsessed with setting grudges against enemy units, while that's likely very like them, they've now cooled off a touch and refocused their attention on taking and holding valuable resources. Okay. The new army rule carefully measures your army's progress by accumulating yield points, or YP, switching from the aggressive attack-focused bonuses of hostile acquisition to the defensive buffs of fortified takeover once you hit the threshold of 7 yield points. So your army rule prioritize efficiency. If your army factions, the Leagues of Votann's units from your army have one of 2 abilities: hostile acquisition or fortified takeover. During the battle, which ability those Leagues of Votann units have will change depending on how many yield points you currently have. At the start of the battle, your units have the hostile acquisition until the start of your next command phase. At the end of your command phase, if you have fewer than 7 yield points, your units have hostile acquisition until the start of your next command phase. At the end of your command phase, if you have 7 yield points or more, your units have fortified takeover until the start of your next command phase, right? Hostile acquisition. Each time a model in this unit makes an attack that targets an enemy unit within range of 1 more objective markers, add 1 to the hit roll, and you can reroll advance and charge rolls made for this unit. Seems decent. Okay. And then fortified takeover. Each time a model in this unit makes an attack that targets an enemy unit, if that unit is within range of 1 or more objective markers you control, add 1 to the hit roll. So that's the same, right? Oh no. You control, add 1 to the hit roll. Each time attack targets this unit, if the strength characteristic of that attack is greater than the unit's toughness characteristic of that unit and it's not a vehicle, subtract 1 from the rune roll. So some cool rules, right? So this one is +1 to hit if you're attacking units on objectives, because you're attacking those objectives, including advance and charge rolls. So you're attacking them, you've got offensive buffs. This one you get +1 to hit if you're targeting units on objectives that you control, and you get a defensive -1 to wound buff if their strength is higher than your toughness and your unit's not a vehicle, right? I like it. I think it's quite cool. Right? Until you've built up enough yield points to actively fortify takeover, your troops get a powerful bonus to their hit roll when targeting enemies sitting on objectives, as well as the ability to reroll advanced charges. This incentivizes quick and decisive action in the early game before castling up to defend those all-important objectives at all costs. So it sounds like I play the mission quite well. How do you get yield points, I hear you ask, chat? At the end of each player's command phase, you gain 1 yield point if you control 1 or more objective markers within your deployment zone. And from the second battle round onwards, you gain 1 yield point for each of the following conditions you satisfy. You control 1 or more objectives not within your deployment zone. You control 2 more objectives not within your deployment zone. You control more objective markers than your opponent. In your turn, yield points gained in this way are always gained before checking which ability Leagues of Votann units from your army have. Whenever a rule allows you to spend yield points, reduce the number of yield points you have by that amount. Your yield points cannot go below 0, otherwise you cannot use that rule. So you only get 1 in the first turn for holding your home objective. You're on 1. Battle round 2, if you hold your home objective, if you hold, hang on, you control 1 or more objectives with your deployment zone. Yeah, cool. So from battle round 2, hold 1 of your home objectives still, you get another yield point up to 2. Hold 1 in no man's land, you're up to 3. Hold 2 in no man's land, you're up to 4. If you hold more than your opponent, you're up to 5 at that point. And then here comes battle round 3, command phase 3. Same detail again, you'll easily be at 7 and you can go into fortified position if you're doing that roll holding objectives, right? If you don't hold more, you still will end up with 4 at the end of the second command phase if you're holding 1, holding 2 in no man's land. So it's cool, right? Also the opponent's turn. At the end of each player's command phase. Oh, interesting. Okay. Even better then. So you can actually go into this in battle round 2 if you have, or in command phase 3 if you have a strong battle round 2, right? That's good. I didn't notice that. Thank you, House of the Lord Corvus. Yield points are earned by capturing objectives. You get more in each command phase if you control more. If you're off to a hot start, you can even swap over to fortified takeover as early as the second battle round. Can you? I guess if you get 1 in their command, if they go first, 1 in their command phase, 1 in your command phase for battle round 1, that's 2. And then if you're holding more in their turn 2, you can be on 5. Yeah, you could. It is possible. It is possible that you could, by battle round 2, if you go second, you could move over to fortify. Not easy though, right? Not easy. They are used for more than just switching from attack to defense, and many stratagems and enhancements gain a little extra oomph if you spend yield points when activating them. Not only does this give you a reason to build up more past the critical threshold, it also lets you manipulate your stockpile in case you prefer the benefits of hostile for that turn. The Need Guard Oathbound is the most conventional of the new detachments, building up yield points by killing enemy units as well, and it has some of the most effective means of spending them. The Ancestral Crest enhancement is beautiful in its simplicity, effectively letting you spend yield points instead of command points to activate command reroll strategy once per turn. So here we go. Each time you hit enemy units, try and get a yield point, like it straight away, right? And then once per turn, when you target the bearer's unit with the command reroll stratagem, the bearer can use enhancement. If it does, spend a yield point and reduce the CP cost of that stratagem by 1. That's cool. I like that. It's good. When it's time to hit back, you have plenty of ways to use your yield points. Honor of the Hold turns even the humble Hearthkin warrior into an armor-busting knife fighter, while Ancestral Sentence synergizes wonderfully with the blistering rate of fire on the Ironkin Steeljack's heavy Volkite, disintegrates with sustained hits too. So, Honor of the Hold. 1 Leagues of Votann unit from your army that has not been selected to fight in the fight phase. Each time you use this stratagem, you can spend 3 yield points. Select 1 enemy unit within engaged range of your unit until the end of the phase. Each time in your unit makes a melee attack that targets that enemy unit, improve the armor penetration characteristic of that attack by 1. If you spend yield points during this stratagem, improve the armor penetration characteristic of that attack by 2 instead. 3 yield points is expensive though, right? I think that's a lot. But cool. You get AP2 on melee, which is quite nice. Ancestral Sentence. In your shooting phase, you pick a Leagues of Votann unit that's not been selected to shoot. Each time you use a stratagem, you can spend 3 yield points. Until the end of the phase, ranged weapons have sustained hits 1. If you spend yield points, goes to sustained hits 2. I like the way this works together, right? I'm a big fan. Elsewhere, the close combat focus Delve Assault's Shift detachment grants Chthonian Berserks the Deep Strike ability and Battle Line keyword. Quite nice if you're in defensive because you've got reroll charges, even though you're 9 inches away. With enhancements and stratagems aimed squarely at getting them into melee as fast as possible. Sounds like one I love because I love the little Chthonian Berserks. By contrast, the Persecution Prospect detachment favours Hernkin scouting units and their long-range firepower, keeping enemy units pinned down with focus volleys that cripple their movement and set them up for a brutally effective counterpunch. The Brandfast Oathbound makes use of transport vehicles to form mobile command centres, handing out sustained hits 1 to infantry that hang around. I don't like this one so much. Several stratagems give your army an extra turn of speed while hostile acquisition is active. Lastly, the Hearthfire Arsenal detachment brings your Ironkin and Broker units to the fore using experimental weaponry and their signature advanced firepower to drive would-be rivals away from central objectives. I'm actually super interested in the Berserk detachment. So that's the first article that we got on the new Votann. But then we also got this one. Leagues of Votann reinforcements bring epic firepower and the greatest, shortest Tyrannid killer alive. So this focuses mostly on the new units, right? And this is new chap, okay, with his new melee weapon, okay? The apex predator of Akin harbours a never-ending grudge against the Tyrannids for wiping out his people and condemning his patron Votann to the madness of solitude. He travels from battlefield to battlefield, feverishly hunting down the largest leader beasts possible and slaying them with his Darkstar Glaive, right? Here's his Darkstar Glaive. Precision with 5 attacks that hit on 2s, and strength 12, AP3, flat 3 damage. That's mental, right? It's not just me, that's mental. Or he can sweep for 10 attacks, doesn't gain precision, hits on 2, strength 6 minus 2, 1 damage, which is still not terrible, right? And then in your opponent's shooting phase, basically he gets to make a Blood Surge move. So he can move D6 plus 2 and he can end in combat. Tasty, right? So not bad at all. While he's going about his business hitting as hard as Redemptor Dreadnought in close combat, the evaluators prefer to stay way outside of the melee and test deadly experimental weaponry from afar. They don't join units, but rather gain lone operative when standing near fellow infantry, which we're sure they'll appreciate. This way, the evaluator only has themselves to melt when overcharging their transmitter inadvertently goes hilariously wrong.
Not sure how I feel about Buri having a harder hitting strike than Logan.
I'm okay with it simply because Logan's a much cooler model, but it's an odd choice, isn't it? Right? It is an odd choice. So here's the Mad Scientist's gun. Looks like something out of Sonic, I think. Half charge, full charge, overcharge, gains 6 inches of range depending, so it starts on 12, goes up to 18 and then 24. It's rapid fire 1, followed by rapid fire 2, followed by rapid fire 3. but you get hazardous and hazardous overcharge, whatever overcharge means it's down here. Okay. So this is a risky one. So typically you'll get 3 attacks hitting on 2s at strength 8 -1/1. Meh. Mostly I think people will probably use the 3 attacks hitting on 2s at strength 8 -2/2. But you can go 3 attacks hitting on 2 strength 8 -3/3. But you're hazardous with overcharge. Each time the bearer takes a hazardous test for this weapon profile, subtract 2 from the results. So rather than rolling a 1 for hazardous, it's a 1, 2, or a 3. That's a lot, isn't it? It's a lot for what is a relatively underwhelming weapon profile on the whole when you think about things like Dark Reapers, right? Anyway, taking a more calm and considered approach to warfare, the immense cognitive power of the Iron King is put to good use with a Memnir Strategist, a superlative battlefield tactician whose analytical abilities are so strong that their predictions border on the supernatural. They're an excellent tool for manipulating your army's yield points so you can get bonuses you need most each turn, and can lead units of Iron King Steeljacks. And in your command phase, before you determine if units from your army have the hostile acquisition of fortified takeover, for each objective marker you control that has 1 or more models with this ability within range of it, you can spend 1 or gain 1 yield point. Right? Cool. That's very good. That's very good. Right? Big fan of that. I like that. Speaking of the Steeljacks, they come with 2 separate datasheets, one for ranged and one with heavy Volkite disintegrators, and the other equipped with melee weapons and Autok pattern bolters. Their reinforced combat frames are ideally suited to both roles, weathering storms of firepower, while anchoring battle lines and smashing up hordes with plasma swords and concussion gauntlets. Each time you target this unit with a fire overwatch stratagem, it hits on a 5+. If the unit from your army has fortified takeover, hit on 4+ instead. That's good, right? I like it. Then the ranged Iron King Steeljack synergize with the strategist, whose predictive guidance ability lets them fire their improved Overwatch for free once per battle round. Quite tasty, right? Armies can get further long range support from an unexpected core to underground, courtesy of the Chthonian Earthshakers. These unusual artillery teams modify mining equipment to akin to ancient Imperial mole mortars to launch subterranean shells that dig towards enemy positions before exploding, shaking bastions to their foundations and shredding surfacing infantry. So they have 2 fire profiles, both in direct, blast, and heavy. One's 24 inches, one's 26. One's D6+1, the other's D6+4. They're both ballistic skill 5, strength 10 -1/2, or strength 6 -1/1. Cool. I think it's decent. I think that the AP1 sucks on these. AP1 for an indirect direct fire weapon means that for the most part, units are going to be getting their full save. And it's ballistic skill 5+. So, cool as shit model. Don't see anybody taking it. Unless there's ways that you can buff this right up. Obviously, if it stays still, it goes to a 4+. There's a way you can get it to a 3+, maybe. Maybe, but the AP1 stings on anything indirect. The Nimble Capricious is a hovering scout vehicle that fills a niche halfway between Hurricane Pioneers and Sagittar ATVs. This adaptable chassis is split into 2 different units to support Hurricane operations in varying ways, with pairs of Capricious carrier transport splitting a Hurricane Jaeger team between them, while Capricious defenders lay down heavy firepower on the move. Has a capacity of 5 models. At the start of the declared battle formations, you can split a unit in half, right? Cool. I think it's a cool looking model. Honestly, I think for the most part, they're pretty good rules. I don't love the artillery people. I don't. But the rest of it, decent. I quite like the concept of Votann. It's an army that honestly I probably could collect now. The model range is fleshed out enough that I think there's variety, and I think you can make differing looking armies to other people. And that's important. That's important. I'm a big fan of that. What do you guys think of the rules? Answers on postcards. Tell me what you think so far for what you've seen for the Leagues of Votann. I think it's alright. I like it. I'd like to see what an army of Chthonian Berserks as battle line get, because that makes me excited. I'm not sure you can go to 3+. Yeah, you can. So if you are heavy, you get +1 to hit for being heavy, right? But you need to get +1 ballistic skill, which you won't get from Fortify. If there's a way of getting +1 ballistic skill in the book, you can get +1 to hit, +1 ballistic skill. Now, the reason why the army rule is important is because if you're firing indirectly, it's -1 to hit. So if you stay still, it's +1. If you then are firing indirectly, it's -1. And if you're firing at a target on an objective, depending on which which sort of stance you're in, you could get another +1 to negate the -1 for indirect. You'll go back to hitting on 4s. If you can then get +1 ballista skill with a tool somehow, you could go to 3s, right? So the 2 +1s do stack only if you're being infected by a -1, which you will be if you're firing indirectly. Make sense? You with me? Good. Why is the dog scatty tonight? I just read an article and she's just diving around like a nut. What's up with you? What are you doing?
I don't know.
She's scatty for no reason. What are you doing?
She's so pretty. You're so pretty. Are you being silly? Are you being silly?
Yeah, indirect still max 4+, but if you've got line of sight, you could get to 3+ if you've got +1 ballistic skill. Although indirect is still 4+, if you're firing with line of sight, indirect doesn't take impact. So you could still get to 3s if you have a way of getting +1 ballistic skill. Indirect only takes impact if you're firing indirectly. Do the mole mortars even have a move value? I think so. I mean, what they've given us here is the weapon profile, Kev. So I don't know what the unit's profile is. I'd imagine they can move. It just probably won't be very far.
Love Buri, rules and model. Wacky scientist disappoints. Robot overlord and steeljack's seam will be must-haves. Indirect is May. I am getting a transport but unsure how great it will be. Overall B.
B- is pretty good though, right? I think. Yeah, no. Right, chat. I'm going to go through it once more. It would be helpful at this particular point in time if you listened. Right, that would be really helpful. Okay. +1 from heavy and +1 from the army rule is important if you're firing indirectly because it will keep you hitting on 4s, right? If you're not firing in indirectly, you don't get +2 to stack. That doesn't happen. You're still only hitting on 4s. If, however, there is a way of getting +1 ballistic skill in the codex, you could then get to 3s if not shooting indirectly. Clear. Okay, good. Right. Just open my Saturnine box and find 8 different spruce damage. That sucks. Where did you buy it from? I like it. My only problem is the wacky scientist unhelmeted option looks like a dude from Sonic and the Hedgehog. Yeah, it does, yeah. We'll be going helmet. Have you seen this guy's face? It's very Sonic the Hedgehog loose. Can you just stick your head? I'll put it on the main screen so you don't have to. Here, ready? Look at this dude's head and tell me it's not Sonic.
Oh, like Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's mental, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sucks, man. I was well excited. Oh, because it does so. Where'd you get it from, dude? I'm sure whoever you speak to, they'll be able to sort it for you.
I wonder if the guy who designed that was a Sonic fan.
Well, I mean, it does make me laugh when I see things like that, and then I see Games Workshop going after people that infringe their IP. I'm like,
Yeah, that's Dr. Robotnik right there.
where did you get all your ideas from, James Workshop?
Is it a bit like music? We've now invented all the things and we're now just starting to go back round.
Apparently so, yeah. Waylon, they're being cool about it and we'll sort it out. Bit of a faff. Were your sprues okay? The box that we got sent, Joe's worked with, and I've not heard a single thing from him about it being a problem or being bad. So if it was shit, I have no doubt that Joe would have bored me to death about it already. He would have bent my ear about it. So I'm pretty convinced that ours was okay. So it sucks. But Dats and Des is in chat, who also says he had some damage. So it seems like you're not the only one. Thankfully, the box hasn't sold out anywhere, so you'll get a replacement. Whoops. I'm a bit sad not to have a preview of an older datasheet. I guess they want to keep the surprise, but it would have been nice. Yeah, I think it would have been nice. I mean, are we going to get another... Maybe we'll get another preview before Saturday? I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe not. But I think I kind of like the fact that they have shown us all the new things. I'm a big fan of that. Although I am disappointed in the indirect people mostly, and the scientist dude is a bit naff for me. I think the weird like tentacle arm man is cool. I think the main character dude is fucking cool. It does, as someone said earlier, I think it was Chad said earlier, it does hurt me that his melee weapon seems to be better than fucking Logan Grimnar's as a chapter master of the Space Wolves, but you know. Thankfully the Space Wolves models are nicer, so fuck you, Votann. We don't know the datasheet rule on the launcher. Just hitting once could be a debuff plus minus AP could be good enough. Oh yeah, 100%. And this is the thing, right? We have to look at these rules right now on stream with you people in a vacuum and say, well, you could get this and you could get that, and what if you could get this and what if you could get that? So -1 AP on a unit that hits on 5s with heavy on the surface looks bad. Don't know what the datasheet rule does. Don't know what stratagems you can pair them with. You know, if there's a berserk, a Chthonian berserk stratagem, they are Chthonian mortar teams essentially. It's possible that there's strats in there that could buff them as well. So I think, you know, it could be worse. So I think on the whole, you know, it's looking pretty good. And I actually would argue that I just prefer the army rule than the grudging nonsense. Grudging's fun. It is. This is just going to be quite easy to track. You'll need 1 dice to manage your yield points, so you can work out what you're in. Job's a good one. I'm a fan. I like it. I like it. Does it say if you switch, you lose yield points, or do they stay the same? I think they stay the same, don't they, if I remember rightly? Oh yeah, you just keep. So if you get to 7 yield points and you don't spend any at all, you can realistically just stay in Fortify for the rest of the game. New rule is a big win. I think this is really positive for Votann. I quite like it. And if Joe figures out that they are not that good, for example, it's a strong possibility that he won't play them too much more because he only really likes things that are broken. And if that happens, then I'll pick them up and play with them. I think this is an army now that I could quite happily play. In fact, I'd go as far as to say this is an army nowadays that I would also be quite happy to paint and play, because when I first saw the models, I quite liked the build, but painting them I wasn't bothered by. Then Joe painted them, I was like, oh, they look quite nice. Do you reckon we'll have a lot of datasheets abilities that consume yield points? I hope so. And stratagems as well, for that matter. So that you can manipulate it. What you don't want to do is you don't want to get to Fortify and be stuck in Fortify if your opponent takes loads of objectives and you want to switch back to acquisition, right? That's what I think. You're right over there. You're looking like you're pondering life tonight. You're looking there like just sort of seething a bit. Everything right?
Oh no, that's just my face.
Oh, a bit of RBF.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Okay. Good. Hey, so strumming fish.
I tend to stay quiet during stuff like this because I just have no idea what you're on about. So I just stay quiet.
Like enough to get a tattoo? God, no. No. Why is up with you, dog? Is the back door open?
Oh, that's the point.
Is it open?
Yeah.
Go off out. Go be free. Go to the garden or something. What do you want? You've not been interested in me all fucking day.
Are you being a silly bean? You're so silly.
The Votann and the Wolves are both consistent with the channel themes. They are. I do like them. I am a fan. I didn't hate playing them before. And then Joe does Joe things where he gets to a point where with his particular factions, he gets a bit tired of them. Maybe he's not doing so well, or he's having a bit of a period where he's getting battered, and he'll switch to a different faction. And he tried out Votann. Obviously, everyone nicknamed him Jotann then immediately, which meant that stuck. So, gonna pre-order book and one of the new limits, Kin for Life. Good man. Exclamation mark element, exclamation mark wargame, exclamation mark vortex, depending where you are. Votann chat has that effect on people. Yeah. Votann are cool though. Space Dwarves are cool. I do like them. I'm a fan. But if Joe wants to play them, he can play them. I don't mind. People like Jotan. But I have no issues picking them up either, quite honestly. So, but at the moment, I'm all about AOS Spearhead. It's in the garage right now. It's sat in the spray booth, getting ready to be sprayed. Because I built it in a day, motherfuckers. There was naysayers yesterday, Luce.
Was there?
Naysayers. Naysayers suggested I couldn't build a Spearhead in a day.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the one I picked.
Mm-hmm. Egg on their face.
Egg on their face. Exactly that. Hey Chris, how's it going, dude? Rename it to Leagues of Volium. It doesn't really work though, does it? You think it works? I don't think it works. Oh, excuse me. Oh, dear Lord. I didn't do any hobbying today. Actually, I was going to do some hobbying, so I got busy.
I
Busy bee.
I finished the main part of my winter knit for this year. I now need to do the cowl neck. And then it's done. Just putting buttons on after that.
Did you finish painting the spearhead yet? No, God no. I haven't even base coated it yet. It's in the garage to be base coated. So the yield points gets added to your total every command phase. Means if you spend none and sat on home all game long, you would end up on 10 by the end. Yes, no, yes. Correct. The springies, thank you for the one gifted. So what? Sorry, I missed what you said then because I was reading. What you got left to do? Just buttons? Is that what you said?
No, a cowl neck.
A what?
Cowl.
A cowl neck?
Mm-hmm. No, cowl.
Like Simon?
COWL.
Kind
cowl
of
neck. It's like a turtleneck, but it's a nice thick, cozy one. Yeah.
You got to say thick properly.
Thick.
Thank you.
For the winters.
Votann, the biggest miss on record. Aesthetic is car crash material. Give us Votann kill team aesthetic. What's the kill team aesthetic? I don't hate the aesthetic. I don't love it. It wouldn't be an instant pick for me, but I know a lot of people do like it. Where is kill team? Shop all. But I don't know what the kill team one looks like. So let's go and find it. The salvages. I mean, are they not essentially the same? Is it just the salvages? Is that the only one? The difference. Oh, the Jaegers. Now, see, the Jaegers are sick. The Jaegers are cool as shit. I'd have been about the Jaegers all day long. All day long. Yeah, I think if everything looked like the Jaegers, Peter, it would be better. But I don't hate what they look like now. They've grown on me a lot, I'll be honest. I think a good paint job does them a world of good. A world of good. But at least we have Space Dwarfs, right? It's better than not having Space Dwarfs at all. Stu Will, thank you for 5 gifted memberships. Love you, Stu. How do you feel in the future, potentially, maybe, possibly, about all of us spending Monday nights in the studio?
Yeah.
I have an idea which ticks multiple boxes.
Okay.
But it needs some buy-in.
From?
You and Joe.
And Joe?
Yeah. So,
okay.
Joe wants to bring back AOS content to the channel.
Right.
Right? I'm not against it. We tried replacing 40k content on the channel. Didn't work. So we need to keep Tuesday and Thursday games as 40k. What we could do, potentially, even if it's maybe once a month to start with, is do a Monday Mortal Realms stream, because AOS is in the Mortal Realms, right? And then do an AOS game in the studio. I'd need Joe to come and play, because he's basically the only person who plays AOS on the channel. And I'd need someone to deck, and you want to learn the deck. So if we did one Monday a month in the studio doing an AOS game, you get to keep your deck eye in.
Yeah.
Because it's basically the same as 40k stream, essentially.
Well, you say that.
Scoreboard's slightly different, that's it. Right?
Yeah.
And we get AOS content on the channel, and Joe gets to bring his AOS in.
Okay.
You up for it?
Yeah.
Banging. Okay, well, there you go. Possibly a one Monday a month Mortal Realms Monday to start with. If it goes stratospherically well, we might increase the number. Which also means that if we have a shortage on a Tuesday or a Thursday, you've been keeping your eye in once a month on the deck doing the AOS streams. So,
Yeah.
you know, multiple birds, singular stone. Look at that. One yield point first command phase, and after that 1+1 for one objective in no man's land enemy deployment. So right, okay, so yield points are quite simple. Battle round 1, you get a maximum of 2. If you hold your home objective, you get 1 in your command phase, 1 in your opponent's command phase, done. Maximum of 2, that's it. From battle rounds 2 onwards, there's a maximum of 4 per player turn available, right? So from battle round 2 onwards, you get 1 for your home, 1 for holding 1 in no man's land, 1 for holding 2 in no man's land, and 1 for holding more in no man's land than your opponent, for a maximum of 4 available. Okay? 4.
Hello.
Hello, is it me you're looking for? Looking forward to the game being interrupted for the news.
I probably wouldn't do news.
Go B Team Monday.
Go B Team Monday.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dave, and thank you, Cameron, your legends.
It'd
Right.
probably be a bit rough to begin with.
In your opponent's command phase, battle round 2, you can do the same again. You'll get 1 for holding your home. You can get 1 for holding 1 in no man's land. You can get another 1 for holding 2 in no man's land, and you can get another 1 for still holding more than your opponent in no man's land. Right? So from the end of battle round 2, you could potentially already be on 10 yield points. Now, if you go second, you get 1 in their command phase for holding your home, 1 in your command phase for holding your home. You could get 4 in their command phase if you have an aggressive first turn to get you up to 6. And then in your turn, you get your yield points before you change stance. You can gain another 4, for example. You could be over the 7 in your second battle round. So you could, in your second battle round, change your stance, right? Okay, cool. Loose fact at the end of the game.
Oh,
I mean, to be fair, Loose doesn't do the news or facts on Mondays anyway, so, you know.
Yeah, I don't think I should be wandering the internet at the same time as decking.
Yeah.
That's not a good idea.
Yeah. So getting to a point where you will be in 7 or more in battle round 3 sounds reasonably easy, right? Not forgetting that there'll be other ways of gaining them. So there's a particular detachment where you kill units, you gain them. So you could gain battle round 2, you could gain fucking 6, 7. If you take that detachment, you hold your home objective, you hold 3 in no man's land, 2 in no man's land, and hold more in no man's land. That's 4 immediately. You kill 2 units, you've got 6 in a battle round in a turn, right? In your turn. And then your opponent's turn, you get 4 more. You could have 10. You could literally get 10 in a battle round. There's, you know, it's a very easy mechanic to track as well. It's single dice, go up, like get a D20, go up and down. Jobs are good in. Really easy. I much prefer it to grudge systems, I'll be honest. I think I quite like it. And I'm really hoping there's lots of ways, because it sounds like for a couple of those stratagems, for example, spending 3 yield points is quite expensive. When you think about the fact that we've just discussed you could quite comfortably get 10 in a battle round, spending 3 would still take you down to 7. It's not that much of an issue. Spending 6, however, to bring you down to only scoring 4 that battle round will depend on what you've got already in your bank. Can you get units for objectives? Can you get yield points for objectives in turn 1? No, turn 1 is just home objectives only. Battle round 1, in fact, is just home objectives only. So I think there's lots of ways of manipulating them, and I think it's quite a nice mechanic. I like it. Big fan. Big fan. And if you go aggressive hard and get mad amounts of yield points, but you want to keep advance and charge, that's going to be a struggle because you're going to have to spend a shitload of them. The new models look banging. I think they're quite nice. I like them. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. The dog is settled finally, Loose. What did it say the restriction in round 1? It's on the website, right? So if I go back to the actual rule, if your army faction is where is it? Yield points. Here it is. Yield points. At the end of each player's command phase, you gain 1 victory point if you control 1 or more objective markers within your deployment zone, and from the second battle round onwards, you gain 1 additional yield point for each of the following conditions you satisfy. You control 1 or more objective markers not within your deployment zone. You control 2 or more objective markers not within your deployment zone. You control more objective markers than your opponent. So it specifically says, from the second battle round onwards, you gain 1 additional yield point for each of the following conditions you satisfy. It's not advance and charge, is it? It's reroll advances and reroll charges. I don't think it's advance and charge. You can reroll advance and charge rolls made for this unit. So you get to reroll advance and charge rolls. I don't think you get advance and charge. I didn't think it was this complicated.
I'm staying out of it.
Oh yeah? Wise. Wise move. Why do they text this then? If you're off to a hot start, you can even swap over to fortify takeover as early as the second barrel. Because you can. We've been through how you can do that. You can even swap over to fortify battle round 2 if you go first. If you go first, your command phase, 1 yield point, right? Opponent's command phase, 1 yield point. You've got 2 yield points, right? It also says in the same article that you score your yield points before you change your stance, right? So let's say you do push out, take loads of objectives, and your opponents don't stop you. Okay, you've got 2 so far. You haven't killed anything yet because we're not worrying about a specific detachment. I'm talking about for any detachment. So in your command phase, you hold your home objective. You hold 1 in no man's land. You hold 2 in no man's land. You hold more in your opponent's than your opponent in no man's land. You're on 6 already, and you've got the new character up to 7. So you can do it if you go first. If you go second, it's even easier to do it.
Today's word of the day, fartlek.
Fartlick?
Fartlek.
Leck.
Yeah.
Thank God for that.
That's probably a thing though.
Okay, so what's fartlek?
Fartlek. This is an activity runners do when they change between sprinting and jogging. I wonder if it's because they fart a lot. Do runners fart a lot?
I don't think so. It's not a common problem.
That's a common problem in a yoga class. Do you want me to shut the window?
Shit music, that.
Farting's a problem in a yoga class. Lots of people fart.
That alarm's gone off like 4 times a day.
Yeah.
I'm very concerned it's going to go off in the middle of the night.
Oh, that would be annoying.
Yeah.
Do you want me to shut the window?
Yeah, please. Can you?
Yeah.
Thank you. They fart the normal amount, says Sister Fish.
We're not shaming the farters. We're just asking.
Right, chat, I'd love for your thoughts on Votann rules on postcards. I thought it was a real easy fucking... I thought it was a real easy rule to understand. But apparently not. It's a form of infant training, is it? You like the background ambiance? Ambiance. I don't. I don't love it. No, sir. Nudge that car again. Yeah, it's car in the bush.
I always worry that it's your car.
I had to write on my things to do page, Carl. Look. Post wolves to Carl. I keep forgetting to do it. I've covered up the number so they can't see the magical number they need to get to.
Oh, I see. I was like, that's a very unnatural
It's a weird way to hold a pad.
Yeah.
It's because I got my number here that I wrote down. So you can see I've already written it down. You see it?
600? Well, they're never getting there, are they? That's cruel.
Well, I need to show you that I've already written the number down, so I can't lie.
I see it, number 600.
Yeah. Yeah. It has some nuances that aren't fully explaining it, but I do think it's simple and easy. I think it's good as well, to be fair. I like the rule. I'm a fan of it. You are asking a lot of 40k players to read and understand words. I know. A lot of people out there do what we like to call a brom. They'll read the first half of the rule, interpret it in a way that benefits them.
Okay.
They won't read the second half of the rule, and they'll play it the way they've interpreted it, despite the fact it's quite clearly wrong.
I see.
And then when you point out that it's wrong, they'll go, prove it. You're like, read the full rule.
Word of the day, Flappuccino, the female name for tea-bagging a downed enemy in online shooters.
What? Teabagging a downed
You're going to have to
enemy.
explain, Yeston, because there's a lot of things you just put there that Luce doesn't understand.
Well, girls can't teabag, can they?
Just wanted to drop in and say hello. I've got to work, unfortunately. Stream away, you bearded legend. Thanks, mate. Working sucks, though, right?
Prom equals cheat.
Yeah. A lot of grey names in chat right now, chat. And 150 people watching right now. And 76 likes if you liked it.
Yeah, I was number 42.
Good. Meaning your life, that.
Mm-hmm.
Number 42, yeah. Yeah. Many of the month is the Wolf's Freds wants to get. Well, I thought you wanted a unit of 5 and a priest. You mean a clam slam? Yeah.
Walk me through it.
Have you never heard of being teabagged?
Yeah, but that's boys and men. Well, no, boys should never do that. Men do that. That's because you need testicles to do that.
Yeah. So on online shooters, when you like, it's perceived as quite a toxic trait. When you kill a person, you teabag them. You go up and down on the crouch button. People do it quite a lot. Right?
Wow.
I know. I'm aware. But if you're a woman playing that game, you can't teabag them, right? Because you haven't got bollocks. I mean, to be fair, it's 2025.
No,
right?
I shall not be baited into this. No.
So, Yeston's suggesting that instead of teabagging, it's called a flappuccino.
That is so mean.
And Kianan has said not a flappuccino, but a clam slam.
A clam slam? Because of the fish smell? Is that why?
Yeah.
Clam?
Let's just say yeah. So a question from a fantasy player, is Horus Heresy an excuse to have and play all the Primarchs? Yes, but it'll get fucking expensive fast.
Who started that trend off then?
What? Teabagging?
The
I have no
teabagging
idea. It's been around for as long as I've played video games.
Wow.
I can categorically confirm I have never actually teabagged anyone playing video games. Because I'm not 12.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Kev, I'm learning lots of new words this evening.
Don't lie, Kev. You know them all. You know them all.
When me and Kev sit the next spellings test, we're going to be sitting next to each other like, that was the one he said on that Wednesday.
Counter-Strike and Quake in the late 90s, probably, yeah.
Mixed feelings about the rules so far, mostly positive though. Depending on points, Bure will be an auto pick.
I saw people discussing earlier as well that he was potentially loan op, they said on the announcement video. What about in real life? Oh, teabag the shit out of loads of people. Monica 1, thank you for the $20. Brian's doing this weird thing now where every now and again it skips a super chat, it doesn't read it out. So I'm going to read it for you. You get me to read it instead. It has the potential to be Gene Stealers good or Admech bad, depending on how many hoops that you have to get through to get extra points. Your opponent isn't going to let you get 4 points if they can help it, of course. But I thought it was quite difficult, and I had missed even that it was every command phase rather than just your command phase. So I actually think at the moment, knowing what I know, I think it's quite balanced now. I think it's quite good. He did confirm loan up in the article. Perfect. So he's loan up with a weapon like that and precision. Quite tasty. I never played CSGO. Never played CSGO. Oh, excuse me, I'm tired today. I don't know why I'm tired today. I'm tired today.
Energy feels really low today.
Yeah. Yeah. Tomorrow, I have to find a solicitor.
Can you not call up before you leave the house? Just
Yeah, I will
call
be
them
phoning
up?
around tomorrow.
Yeah.
So that I can visit one on Friday morning. Unless I get the if they say bring it over now, stream might not happen tomorrow. If they say bring it over now, I might just take it over straight away tomorrow. Bang it in the backpack, jump on the bike, go.
And they just need to sign it.
I have to get what's signed. I have to get signed what's called a statutory declaration. Right. If you're unaware, chat, this is a paperwork package for a lease, for a building, for a shop. And it is covered in all of these little... Right, let's get rid of the one that's got my address on it. All these little sign tabs. Sign here, sign here, sign here. All these little sign here tabs, right? It's covered in sign here tabs. I'm not showing people all the details because you don't need to know the details, right? But it is utterly covered in little sign here, little post-it note, little post-it note. This is the Hobby House lease. This is what we've been working on for fucking a year and a half.
It's a lot of paper to say, please pay your rent on time and try not to burn it down.
But that's not what the paper says, Lease. There is a lot of stuff in here. There is many things. Many things.
Like?
There is 54 sections, right? And 4 schedules. Interpretation, grant, tenant covenants, payment of annual rent, payment method, no set-off, interest, rates and taxes, utilities, common items, costs, prohibition of dealings, assignments, underletting, notification and registration of dealings, repair, decoration, alteration, signs, window cleaning, return of the property to the landlord, use, licensing, allow entry, key holders, compliance with laws, energy performance certificates, third-party rights, encroachments and preservation rights, indemnity, landlord covenants, quiet enjoyment, exercise of right of entry, scaffolding, landlord's repairing obligations, tenants' works, obligations in respect to the existing lease, re-entry and forfeiture, Section 62 of the Landlord Provisions Act 1925, exclusion of Sections 24 to 28 of the Landlord Tenant Act 1954, compensation on vacating, no restriction on landlord's use, limitation of liability, breach of repair and maintenance obligation, notices, break clause, consent and approvals, VAT, joint and several liability, entire agreement, contracts, right of third parties Act 1999, governing law, jurisdiction, and the Charities Act statement.
Sorry, I didn't catch most of that. Can you go through that again?
No. There's a lot. It's a comprehensive lease. It is comprehensive. I'm very excited. If there was a time to start chucking members at me, it's now. Sign here. There's a lot in this. We've been working on this for a very long time. It's like 10 pages at the end. Well, this particular one, it is a total of... Has it got a page number on it? It should have a page number on it. Oh, that's the schedules. Is that the schedules? 44 pages. 44 pages on like a size 10 font. We need some more channel emotes. Yes, we do. If people want to make them, we can make them. Is there indemnity for Joe using the toilets? YouTube not letting me send super chat, but not Votann. But the new options for 4 to 8 Brotherhood Terminators and Paladins and Grey Knights has broken Battleforge. Points all over the place. Ha. Yeah, I've got to get this sorted over the next couple of days. Got to get the lease sorted. I'm excited. Finally. It's been so long coming, and then like a month ago I thought we had it, and then we had a hiccup. Do you know what the hiccup was?
Yeah, you told me.
The lease that we got sent through before to sign, which is in my other folder. I just swapped the lease over
Was
in my
it
folder.
the category of the building?
No, it simply said... So, the lease said we were permissioned to use it for retail and blah, 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 gaming space, etc. venue. It didn't say we were allowed to run an online business from it. It didn't say we weren't allowed to, but it didn't say we were allowed to.
Right, and you want it to say...
And our legalese people was like, it needs to say it. I was like, right, okay. So we went back to the solicitor writing it and was like, it does need to say this. That then threw into question the use, the permitted use case for the building, which is something I'd already figured out before. And I'd gone through this process ages ago. We had to go through it again and do our due diligence to make sure that the permitted use of the building covered us for...
Carl has a good question.
What?
How's poor Des getting into the shop?
What, in his chair?
No, as in, it's a 3-story building.
Yeah, but everything's on the ground floor to start with.
There you go. That's your answer.
The shop is going to be ground floor, and the first gaming space is going to be ground floor. When we expand, we'll be expanding gaming space only into the middle floor, but the ground floor will still have gaming space. So despite the fact there's no way of getting to the middle floor if you are wheelchair bound, if you turn up wheelchair bound and you want to play, you will have full access. We'll just make sure that the tables that you play on are downstairs. Right? So you just won't get to go to the middle floor. But downstairs also has access to the disabled toilets and disabled parking, all that kind of stuff. So we're good. We've got that covered. And I wouldn't be doing it like Element anyway. If we did have to get him up to the middle floor, I'd just use a catapult or something. Just take a window out.
Have some dignity involved.
Catapult him. Right? That's what we'll do. Or get a special Datsun Dead stair lift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're probably not that difficult to put in, actually.
In that building they would be, yeah, because it's like that, the stairs, isn't it? With like a glass window and no wall, so it would be very hard.
So the downstairs space, you can't change the stairs and there's no room in the lobby really, but in the ground floor space, you could probably put one in there to then go straight up to the second floor. So you're in the second gaming hall straight away.
We'll just do what we do. We're fine. So I can't get you to carry me up the stairs every day. Shame. I've done that before, Des. Come on. You're becoming a rival to Element Games. We're going to try. I'd like to call it a friendly rivalry. I think we've got a long way to go to rival Element Games. To be fair. Does online business cover the YouTube streaming as well? So the top floor is already leased for a YouTube channel. That's what the wording is for that floor. So...
There you go, Ray's got it.
What?
Just get a fireman's pole and turn the building upside down.
Banging.
God, Liam.
Yeah, of course.
Why are you making it so difficult?
Absolutely. Just get a fireman's pole, but have a pressure plate on the bottom that fires people up as well.
Yeah.
Or that means you'll never actually be able to come down it, because you'll slide down and go poof, straight back up again. Like a fucking pogo stick. Poof, straight up. Well, you're never coming down nowadays.
And it'll be safe because you'll put a seatbelt in.
I won't, no. That sounds like...
Well, then
like
health and safety will never allow it, Liam. You have to put the seatbelt in.
I had a hard enough time carrying Harriet up and down. She's only 20 kilograms. Just got to get in the gym more, Carl. Stop being a pussy. How far away from home is the new shop? It's 15-20 minutes for me to get there. That's it. It's not bad. Not bad. I'm very excited about it, by the way. If you wanted to member all over my face to help me be excited about it, I would be grateful. At the moment, you're all being carried by Roland, who gifted 50 at the start. Have you considered playing stream games with members once you got the whole place? Abso-fucking-lutely not. There is absolutely no way I'm putting strangers on camera live. Not a chance. Tack, thank you for the one gifted. Trebuchet, exactly, yeah.
I really enjoyed meeting Tank at the last Thanes Day. We were chatting about theatre and ballet and stuff.
Subscribers get extra discount. So, Hobby House and the Liam Dempsey YouTube channel are two very different businesses with very different funding and different bank accounts. Hobby House has a team of people behind it, directors and investors, and it's their money that I'm spending mostly. I'm not going to say, thanks for giving me your membership, you can get discount off of this business that's also paying other people's money. If there's something we can figure out, then yeah, we'll do it. But I wouldn't like to assume I can say yes to this yet without talking to the other directors. If they say that a particular YouTube tier can get an additional benefit and they're happy with it, if it means you spend all your money on Warhammer at Hobby House, it's a possible. It's a possible. But I don't want to say yes for definite without getting their kind of buy-in for that first. I think that's fair, isn't it?
You did mention you'd do some kind of loyalty thing.
Yeah, there'll be loyalty schemes, there'll be affiliate links, all that kind of stuff. That stuff's going to exist. That's all being built in. But I have, like I said, I have investors involved. I mentioned crowdfunding for it, and it got on stream. It got hit with positivity. Off stream, it got hit with a shitload of negativity, and I was uncomfortable with it anyway. And the negativity it got hit with made me uncomfortable enough to go, yeah, let's not do that.
What was the negativity?
About fucking crowdfunding and
okay.
if you want funding for a business, go and find investors or get a business loan. You shouldn't expect us to just pay for everything for you. I'm like, I think you misunderstand how my business works.
Yeah, wrong room.
Whitey, thank you for the 1 gifted tank. Thank you for the 1 Monica 1. Thank you for 20 gifted memberships. That means you get a loose hope. It's in dollars as well, so US based, I assume.
Oh, a US hope. Okay.
Dats and Des, thank you for the 1 gifted, and Boldrick, thank you for 5 gifted memberships. You're amazing people.
I hope for you, Monica 1, the next time you go to an IHOP and you order the pancakes and bacon, that yours is the first order baked fresh. Like fresh bacon. Steam is coming off of your breakfast. It's that fresh.
The thing is, Carl, right, it's not just him. There has been a lot of crowdfunding going on in the community that's like, we want to do this thing. Give us loads and loads and loads of money so we can do this thing. And I kind of get how people feel about being like just fucking cash sponges. I understand it. And we're already pretty like... We are 99% fucking crowdfunded, essentially, on the channel, because we don't really do ads. We don't really run YouTube ads. We don't really do paid segments or paid ads. Everything is super chats and gifted memberships or becoming a member all by yourself, right? So we're already 99% funded. And I did have also a concern that if I did like a crowdfunder and we made a load of money for Hobby House, it might also impact the channel. And if the channel has a bad month, I don't get to pay my bills, which includes, for example, Joe's salary. So... I kind of weighed it up, and then I tried to find investors, and I was lucky enough that I found investors, and we got funded. So, you know. So that's why, ultimately. The Thanes Lounge, I'm sure we can get special access like the studio for the Thanes. I'll have to figure it out there because there's expensive camera kit in there, you know. Me with a GoFundMe hiding in a corner. Very different things they make.
Yeah, very different.
Very different causes. I'll find the link and share it again. Now he's mentioned it. I'll find the link and share it again. At this point, chat, you stop gifting tonight to me and you go to this link. I'll even... I assume by now that everyone in chat has hit the pinned message and subscribed to the bike channel. I'm trying to get the bike channel to 500 subs, Lease.
How far away are you?
I'm on 357. So quite far away. Link. Shortener. Tiny URL, that's all I want. Tiny URL. Enter a link here. Paste. Shorten URL. Copy. Assuming you've all hit the link in the current pinned post. I'm now going to give you this. I'm going to pin this instead. Click the link I've just pinned, chat. Read it. Decide if you want to help. Can we become investors in a hobby house? No, not yet. Maybe in the future. You can invest in the YouTube channel if what you want to do is invest loads of money for basically no return. You can do that. That's viable. Maybe if the YouTube channel explodes in 5 years, you might get a return. That's fine.
The all snaps are back.
The blazing.
Yeah, the all snaps are back worse than they were before as well. I'm off now. Awkward. Let's have a look. Where are you at with? Where are we at with Carl's thing anyway? Boop. What did you need, Carl? I mean, you've done all right. How much has shares been sold off? The channel? I don't know. No one's ever fucking really approached me about it. I got approached about buying shares in the channel a long time ago. Because we could do with a huge cash injection. And there's a way in which you can do shares that don't pay out straight away and blah, 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 blah. And I don't know how you structure it. I'm sure there's a way you can do it. And the person who approached me was quite interested, and it was a reasonable amount as well, but it never happened for reasons, so I didn't really go any more detail. Adrian making a sneaky cameo. Yeah, I clicked on Discord to get off of it, and I accidentally clicked into the group chat, into the voice chat. So I'm sure you probably heard his sexy voice for a few seconds. So I turned it off though. But yeah, you can if you want. I know we're only 10 members away. You can stop gifting memberships and gift to Carl instead. He gets very embarrassed about it. He tried to sneak the fucking link in Discord without me seeing.
He did.
And he forgets that I see all.
You do see all.
I see all. See everything, chat. We haven't had dinner yet, have we?
No, I'm going to do it when we come off.
No, I just realised that. I see your money, Ray. Thank you. Another £25, look, and we get it to 1,200 quid. And then he's 10% of the way there. I invested in Emperor's Road once. The return on my investment was herpes. A hobby house in every town. I mean, a hobby house isn't... The intent is to go bigger than a single store with it. How big it goes depends on how well we do at being a retail store. If our online business goes very, very well and we run a nice operation, and you'll have to give us some leeway to have teething problems, I believe that we can get to a point where hobby house will be wildly successful. We can have lots and lots of stores in the UK, and we can branch out to US and Europe and etc. 3 days till the Saints' first loss of the season. Oh, we're almost definitely losing the first game against Wrexham, mate. I'll work Hobby House Wales. I'm sure you will. Sure you will. Hobby House Cardiff. I'm going to sleep like a baby tonight.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm tired. Who's touched your doodle? Tony finished us off. I love it when I get finished off. First expansion T-side. Thank you, Tony, for 10 gifted, you fucking hero. We have hit the target for tonight. We haven't hit the giveaway target. It isn't 600. Luce was lying to you.
What?
We're also 10 likes off of 10 likes away from 100 likes. You're gonna piss yourself and wake up screaming. Yeah, exactly. Sleep like a baby. We're also what £37 off of the super chat target. You lot are amazing, though. Thank you. I'm glad to see that people are mostly quite excited for Votann rules. Because they've been, like, their release was quite exciting to start with, and then it's kind of just been really stagnant since. They don't really know what they've done with it. I think they wanted to make the grudge system work, right? They just haven't really been able to do that. And now I feel like they're finally getting to a point where they're going, the grudge system didn't work, so let's do something different. And I quite like what they're doing. I think it's positive. Robert, thank you for the 5 gifted. You're a legend. Have Saints actually signed anyone yet? Well, a couple people. No one of note, really. Our transfer activity concerns me, Ghastly. Let me put it that way. We love Leagues of Votann. Yeah, I mean, they're going to have just more options, and you're going to see more variety now, right? How do you plan to compete against Wayland Element? In every order, we're going to place a strand of Joe's hair. That's how.
So you can cultivate your own Joe.
Yeah. If you put it in a plant pot, you may grow a Joe. It's possible. And if you don't grow a Joe, it's simply because you didn't water it enough.
Yeah.
Or you watered it too much.
Yeah.
So that's how. That's how.
I should have stayed in bed this morning.
You did!
I should have stayed longer.
Well, I mean, we're alright. You run out after a week, lol. I didn't tell you where we were getting the hair from, did I, say, Alex? That man's got hairy feet. I can't afford to feed a Joe. You can't. You're right. 8 chicken and drumsticks a day gets expensive. It's fucking expensive. I'm looking forward to football season on Saturday. I'm very excited about it. It's supposed to be a nice hot week next week as well.
I feel like it's come around really quickly.
It has come around really quickly. I feel like it's come around really quickly. I'm glad about it, but I feel like it's come around really quickly. Yeah, I'm excited for it. And then it's supposed to get warm over the weekend, be beautiful next week, and it's just a really nice time to be alive.
I'm not going to be grateful when that temperature comes back. I need this sort of gloomy day. It's perfect.
Still need a land train for Votann. I agree 100%. This kind of, it wasn't gloomy today. It was beautiful sunshine today. It's gone gloomy in the evening. This is ideal. Hot day, warm day, not too hot, warm day, nice evening. As we get to the sun going down, cloud comes in, cools right down. Perfect.
I like the gloomy weather. Did I say thank you to Robert for the 5? I think so.
Can't do that. First 100 orders would ruin his comb over.
Ray,
rolling on the floor laughing emoji.
You've also assumed I'd be getting the hairs from his head.
You could just pull a leg hair out.
You haven't seen the state of his gut. It's like a Wookiee with the neck down. Like that. Like a Wookiee. Wet weather and a strong breeze, lovely. No,
yes!
No.
Yes!
No.
See, me and Garsty.
I want to
spirits.
go out on the bike, ride somewhere nice, get off, lay there and bask in the sunshine like a lizard.
No, it's too hot.
Oh, love it.
It's too hot.
What's the temperature there? At the moment, currently 17 degrees Celsius. Soldier, it's not even hot. Not even warm, for that matter. How's the Space Force army looking? In plastic bits in the box next to me. I really want to start painting Logan and Arjak, but at the moment I'm more interested in working on Lumineth Realm Lords for AOS. That's where I'm at right now. That's what I want to do. He's like if a bear really let itself go. Is anybody in England up north have a bad storm there the last couple of days?
Yeah, that I saw.
Storm, what was it called?
Floris.
Yeah.
I saw someone had put footage on Facebook from Scotland of 80-mile-an-hour winds. It looked rough.
Winter babies like colder weather unless you're Liam and something went wrong. I don't like colder weather. I like warm weather. I fucking I genuinely get a bit down on. Joe will attest to this as well. On stream days, like a Tuesday or a Thursday, where it's glorious sunshine, I get genuinely fucking angsty that I have to be indoors for the whole day streaming, despite the fact that I have the luckiest job in the world. And then what will happen is we'll finish the Liam and Joe show, and at some point I will go down and sit in the sunshine in the car park. And Joe has taken photos before out of the top window of me basically just sat on the floor in the car park in the sunshine like this. And he's like, Joe was like, he put it in the group chat ages ago. He's like, he does in fact literally bask like a lizard in the sun. Is that alright? Sunshine. I'm really happy.
No, I can't.
Love it.
I burn so easily.
Did my upgrade come through? I've not seen it. Did you describe the colour scheme for Luminet? I'm going to try a bastardization of Slime Han, I think, mate. I think I'm going to do something. I think I'm going to do something mostly red because that's the colour I like to paint. The winds were high and it rained a lot, but it just felt like not that much worse than early winter in Scotland, so nothing terrible. Oh, okay. Saw videos of waterfalls going upwards due to the wind.
Oh?
Datsun Dead says, I'm cold-blooded as well. Love the sun. I knew there's a reason you and I got on, Ray. I knew there was a reason. Oh, we got over 100, 105 members, 105 likes.
Mine still says 88.
Refresh it. And then we've got £68 and 21 pence in super chats. I also see people frequently replying to people in the chat, and I don't see what that person wrote in the first instance. So I don't think, despite the fact that I'm on live chat, I'm getting all the chat comments through. Maybe if I hit the refresh, that will fix it. Will that fix it? Apparently not. Nope, hasn't fixed it. Okay, well, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Are you finding a fact?
Mm-hmm.
You find something interesting?
I'll try.
Nightmare, thank you for 5 gifted, you legend. Write that down, Nightmare. Next Nightmare.
Oh, okay.
5 more gifted.
Yeah.
Go on your tracker. Oh. Oh. People just assume you ignore them. Mr. Cecil ignores most. Doesn't mean I don't see it though. You need to tick all chats instead of popular chats. I'm on like live chat. I'm on everything. I'm on all chats. I can't be on more chats. Quick, everyone put random comments in replying to made up comments. Don't do that to me. Not when I'm this tired. I've got to figure out what I'm going to do for the show tomorrow lunchtime as well. I was going to build the... the twins. And I also have some Dawn Riders. But the build shows didn't do very well yesterday, so... How is everybody long since Siram started? Siram? Hey? There's a chat filter that lets me tick between popular messages and all messages. Yeah, my chat filter is live chat or top chat, which I think is the same thing. And I'm on live chat. Oh, BF6. Thank you, Carl. I need to see if I can preload it now because I'm pretty sure that happened recently. EA app. Time to preload. Ooh, yeah. Open beta. Download. I am good. When can we start playing the open beta? When does it start? 9th to 10th of August. Fuck. Oh, I own all the editions already as well, apparently. I can't wait to play this fucking game, team, honestly. I literally thought I was done with video games. And then Battlefield 6 came out and rocked my world loose. Rocked my world. Tomorrow, if you got an invite from Battlefield Labs, I didn't get an invite from Labs. Like I said, I thought I was just done with video games, and I tentatively got excited about this one, and then I watched the multiplayer trailer like, please don't let me down, and then I just spaffed everywhere. Fucking god tier. I got some. You know, Tank said he couldn't super chat.
Yeah.
You've received £5 via PayPal.
Aww.
And it says, right? It says quite literally, to cover super chat.
Aww.
Tank, you're a legend. Thank you, mate. The 14th and 17th. Which weekend is the 14th? Is that next weekend? (14th to 17th). (14th to 17th). 15, 16, 17. Chat. ! Vag. Right? ! Vag. The 15th, 16th and 17th. There is going to be a lot of video game streaming. A lot of video game streaming. How much postage you want for dog soldiers? I can PayPal. No, I'll cover it. You keep your money for that GoFundMe, Carl. There's going to be a lot of video game streaming for those 3 days. This weekend's tough. Because I've got football on the Saturday and I've got a ride out on the Sunday. So this weekend's going to be hard. I'll get a feel for it, set my settings up. But 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th. The 14th is a Thursday, right? That's a game day. So we'll be doing a normal set of streams. But 15th, 16th, 17th, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I am going to be marathoning Battlefield open beta chat. Marathoning it. I fucking love this game so much. Battlefield, fun fact, I've said this story before, I'll tell you again. Battlefield is the reason I got into trying to make YouTube content. I started with video games, I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, I do.
And the channel originally was a video game channel. That's how and why I started. Although if you said to me right now, you can turn into a Battlefield 6 channel and you'll make the same money as you do right now. Oh, I don't know, because I quite like 40k. I don't like Warhammer. That'd be a really hard choice, actually.
It has the potential to be Jenna Steelers good or Admech bad. Depends on how many hoops that you have to get through to get extra points. Your opponent isn't going to let you get 4 points if they can help it.
They caught up. Brian caught up.
That was ages ago.
Yeah. We are still 30 quid away from hitting a super chat target, but it's fine because you've gone 10 through the membership target, which makes up for that, right? We're good. You people are amazing. It's literally just finishing installing the beta. Oh my god, I'm excited. What is it? That's not normal for a 38-year-old man to be this excited about a video game.
Maybe.
There was an announcement today on, I think it was on Facebook, I saw it, where Call of Duty announced their new Black Ops 7 game, and the comment section is like 1,300 comments on the post, and every single one I read was like, not interested, it's going to be playing Battlefield instead.
Ooh.
So Call of Duty have been ploughing out shit game after shit game after shit game, year after year after year after year, as a AAA title, charging 60, 70 quid a time.
Yeah.
Battlefield didn't do a good job last time, but have waited, and they're now dropping the new one, and everyone's like, yeah, go jump to Battlefield, not interested anymore.
Yeah.
It is literally,
Good.
if Battlefield do a good job, this flat could be the death of Call of Duty.
Well, don't pout a shit product then.
Yeah, I'll lose my favourite Warhammer YouTuber then if you say, it's never going to happen, House of the Lord of Corvus, so don't worry about it. Lord of the House of Corvus, don't worry about it, right? It's never going to happen. And even if I had the opportunity to switch specialties and keep all the revenue exactly the same, I think I'd struggle to do that. I think I'd, with the studio and the armies and Joe, I think I'd struggle to do that. Cool. Right, anyway. Did you find yourself a nice little hope?
I did.
We are at that time. We haven't had dinner yet, so I don't want to hang on too long. So you didn't get the gifted number, chat, right? So we're gonna do loose hope. I'll unveil the number, prove to you that I wrote one down. Loose fact, sorry. Yeah. I'll unveil the number, prove that I did in fact write one down, and then we're gonna go. Tomorrow we're back at 1:30 for another show of some sort. And then Friday we're back with After Dark. I've got a cool idea for After Dark, right? My plan for After Dark, they did a Warhammer article, which is about a new book that's coming out. And the Warhammer article starts with a wolf priest, a triarch praetorian, and a fallen night lord take the lead. Which sounds like the setup to a shit joke. So we've got a topic for Friday, right? So you can look forward to that one for Friday. And then we'll go home. I say we're going. We are home. Luce and I are going to have some dinner. We're not eating any dinner yet. So, time for Wednesday's Loose Fact.
A person will die quicker from a total lack of sleep than from a total lack of food.
What about from a total lack of water?
No, those are your two.
Oh.
Those are your two.
I can believe it, but I don't believe it. Because I feel like, right, hear me out, right? So I feel like scientifically, that sounds like it would be true, but I don't think it's possible. Because if you were that tired, you would just fall asleep, right? If you're that hungry, though, and you've got no food, you can't eat. Does that make sense?
Oh, you mean like...
So scientifically, I believe that you would die from lack of sleep first, but I believe it's impossible because you would just fall asleep.
I guess if you had somebody keeping you up.
Yeah. So I believe that if you were being like sleep torture or whatever.
Yeah, there is a documentary on the BBC, and it's called Abused by My Girlfriend, and I've seen it twice, and I cry every time. This guy, he's okay now, but he was being abused. And although he had a broken arm and he had some scars and some cuts and bruises, what he was actually dying from was a mix of malnutrition, and she wouldn't let him sleep. And he looked horrendous. The doctor said he was something like 10 days away.
Yeah. So I can believe it. I
Yeah.
can believe it, but I feel like for the most part you would just fall asleep and then you'd get rest. So I think you would actually starve to death. You would physically starve to death before you die of lack of sleep because you would just fall asleep. But I can believe that it would kill you quicker if you don't get the sleep.
But he was being kept awake. So he was starting to fall asleep and then she'd do something to wake him back up.
Interesting. Okay. Well,
Caring for 2 small children as well.
So, this particular show, we set the membership target for some form of giveaway. And what I might just do is like cash vouchers to 132. You were very close. I didn't want to be greedy.
No. Yeah. It's not 101.
No.
But yeah.
No, that's too easy.
132 is not greedy. No.
132. And what I'm going to do next, I'm going to write the number down and then I'm going to write the cash prize underneath.
Okay.
So it might be that we do like 105 members and it's a £50 voucher. It might be that we do 130 members, it's a £5 voucher. Life's a lottery.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
we'll do it that way, yeah? We'll do it that way. Right. That was that. We're good? We're done? Mm-hmm. Cool. We've got the joke stream on Friday at 9 p.m. Tomorrow at 1:30 there will be a show. I just don't know what that looks like yet. It'll be something for an hour or so. I'm at bike night tomorrow night because Tom's still got COVID, Joe's still on holiday, Paddy's still away. But next week the gang's back. Paddy, Joe and Tom are all back next week. Right? Fuck off, the ink's dry. I showed it to Luce earlier, right?
Yeah.
Are you saying you question Luce's integrity?
They definitely do.
You need to learn what side she's on.
I'm on my side.
You're on their side always. You people have been incredible. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you so much for hitting the membership goal. Thank you for hitting the super chat goal. You are, in fact, amazing, and we love you very, very dearly. Like I said, we'll be back tomorrow at 1:30 with a show of some sort. We're back again at 9 o'clock on Friday. There might be a couple of random bonus VAD streams on Sunday if I find the time with the Battlefield beta. Otherwise, next week we've got a full complement of shows. We've got a game on Tuesday. Joe, Tom back in the studio. We've got a game on Thursday. Paddy hopefully will be back in the studio. A full week of shows next week. And then we'll have a marathon Friday, Saturday, Sunday of new Battlefield 6. And I'll probably be sat here naked, just lathering myself in cream. Fucking great.
That'd be really smelly.
Fucking great. Thank you. Not like... not like fucking double cream, Luce.
Oh, yeah, that would be really smelly.
That'd be awful.
Because
Ugh.
you're like a toasty 36 degrees and cream doesn't do very well.
You lot are insane. In fact, you're so good. Luce often says the words.
Best chat.
Best chat. Thank you so much for watching, you wonderful human beings. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow at 1:30. If not, we'll see you in the next one.